going back at the they all from it. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Rivers now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rivers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Take Carradine. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. first carry for DeAndre Washington. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal. And I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
All right, get set, fellas. Put 5-man box.
On second down, Lynch. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. What's up? Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. What's up?
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Keep it skinny.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing Rivers. Letting one go deep. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr now to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now, 280. There's a hot. 734.
Throwing now is Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning, it's Benjamin. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here you go, man. 3 down, 3 down. Right there.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Ellis getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Delta!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. To throw is Rivers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Down. 280. What's up? 89. You got 56 there. 280.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Carr flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Chargers getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Take Carradine. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, Delta! 4 down. 0. Hey, hut!
From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Rivers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A first down throw here for Rivers. Now he steps away. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Man open left side. It's Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Wider. Hut! Hey, hut!
Play fake, Rivers. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
One down. 6-18. Hurry, good set, fellas. Hey. 6-18.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Keep it skinny. Hey. 4 down. Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13. Set. We're okay. Cluster right.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. Hey. Got 7:34.
Now a play fake. Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Load it! Load it!
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Load it! Load it!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Lamur in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr now on first down. They'll roll him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, it's Carr. Finds Roberts left side. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 7:34. Purdue. Here we go. 29. 29. It's a hunt. 808.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Throwing on first down is Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Buying time to his left. And he's got room. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. Well, early on we talked about the key being keeping him under 100 yards. Forget that. He's over that mark now.
And that rushing total for him has correlated into a big win for his team.
Here we go.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. A toss play, Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down here and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
24. What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start with great field position. At the 41-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here you go, man.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Kill. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We got.
And they take a knee. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. Ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
7:34.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the home team here,
it's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything.